to our next topic in hand, and it's going to be this: Ohio State silence critics after thrilling win over Notre Dame? Ohio State went into South Bend, won the game 17-14. Probably their closest game I've ever seen in my lifetime with Notre Dame, because usually the Ohio State Notre Dame game turns into a Ohio State highlight tape. This time around, they had themselves a very, very tough game. It was a game that had a lot of people just really in a bad place. If you were an Ohio State fan, you were probably at the house ready to throw your TV out the window, because the decisions Ryan Day was making were like, what is he doing here? But Ryan Day is that confident in his team on them being able to finish the job and being able to score touchdowns at will if they need to. And Kyle McCord doesn't bring the element of being a running quarterback. He doesn't bring the element of being a fancy quarterback. He doesn't bring the element of a guy that has such a great touch on his deep ball. Kyle McCord is Craig Krenzel 2.0. All you need the guy to do is manage the team and be clutch when you need to be clutch. And he did exactly that. Marvin Harrison was somewhat held in check, then got hurt, but came back into the game. Very strong on his end, very tough on his end, but Ubeka had them taken care of in that spot. But this kid training is an absolute monster, man. This guy is giving me shades of Beanie Wells, a little bit of Eddie George as well too, but we're not going to go that far yet. But the kid can ball. The kid is good. And he is the reason why they were able to win this game, because he confidently ran that ball into the end zone. He knew he was going to score a touchdown on that play. And the Ohio State offensive line had to be the star of that drive right there, and the drive prior to that they messed up on. Yes, 4th and inches. You're running a reverse. It didn't work out, but you still were able to get your defense out there, and they went 3 and out on Notre Dame immediately. And then they got the ball just in time, because now it's much better in college football. When you got the ball in the final 2 minutes of the half, that's when we stop the clock. That's when you need to stop the clock for timeouts and things of that nature. But, when we had to keep stopping games for timeouts, things like that, it really did hold up games, and it really did switch the trajectory of games sometimes as well, too. This is why we had so many 30-point comebacks and all this blase. But now you're probably not going to have those too much anymore, okay, because you're not holding the game up as much. And Ohio State was just absolutely in tune with the clutch factor of winning this game. And that's where you can see Ryan Day has grown as a coach, and this is where you can see this team has grown as individuals as well too. They understand that they left a lot to be desired against Georgia last year. They left a lot on the field that day and didn't win the game because they couldn't finish in the red zone. They couldn't get their kicker down to a spot to where he could make an easy kick. Or they just didn't go down there and score the touchdown that they needed to do to just go ahead and win the damn game. And so now Ohio State understands that we may have to slow this thing down a little bit. We might not need to be the most electrifying offense in all of college football. What we got to do is be the best balanced possible group that we can be, and have a defense that plays A1 football each and every single down, even when they're getting beat. You're not going to get beat by that much. So there's a lot of things that are positives moving forward for the Ohio State Buckeyes at this point. And you know what? If you're in Columbus today, you should be very happy that you're sitting at number 4, and you get a bye this week as well too. So it all works out, and it should be a very, very good week in Columbus as they prepare for a big